Hello, this is Michael from League of Items, and today I have a special video on Fnatic's recent match against Giants. A few days ago, the head coach of Fnatic, Dylan Falco, reached out to me and asked me to run some item comparisons, so I figured I'd also take a look at some of their games to break them down as well. The need for professional teams is much different than solo queue, because the talent levels are generally more similar, and the games are closer for longer periods of time. This means it's relatively easy to expect the teams to reach the 20-minute mark within 2,000 gold, which is generally the number I look for, because anything over 2,000 gold is difficult to compensate for with items or champions. In professional matches, item analysis will help you avoid building incorrectly in future matches, identify which points in the game your comp is stronger, and overcome gold deficits. Their match against Giants is no exception. Let's take a look at their pick ban. Sion was blind picked first, which is a solid pick. Ever since Banner was buffed, Sion's role in the top lane was solidified. Giants responded with Sejuani and Xayah. Xayah is one of the best AD carries at the moment, so the pick is expected. Fnatic responds with J4 and Ezreal, two champions who were also quite popular. This gives Fnatic two tanks and a slippery AD carry. Giants locks in Rakan paired with Xayah, representing one of the best bot lane combos in League. With their fourth pick, Giants takes Cho'Gath in response to Sion, but Fnatic decides to swap Sion mid and put Swain against Cho'Gath. This is a very smart choice by Fnatic because it brings another tank against Xayah as well as Braum, who can help mitigate some of her damage. Looking at the bans from Giants, I think Braum would have been more important to get rid of than an Alistar. Giants takes Ryze with their last pick. Ryze is one of the stronger champions right now and uses the Archangels plus Roa build better than every other champion. If we looked at the items alone, I would give the edge to Giants. However, Fnatic's tank-heavy lineup means Randuin's Omen is a strong choice to take away most of Xayah's damage. If Xayah were to get ahead, Randuin's would become very important in a comeback for Fnatic. Giants didn't build a lead early though, so they were put into a terrible position. With the champions from this game, I could easily see both teams reaching the 20-minute mark nearly even, which would be the point in the game Ryze has Seraph's Embrace. In general, the 20-minute mark is when most players will be finishing their second item. The 2-item core is an important point to keep in mind during the pick ban phase because those 2 items will not change in most games. A lot of the items in this game cancel each other out, leaving us with 4 unique items on each team. Since the teamfights will be tank heavy, they will take more time, and Liandry's will allow Swain to deal a lot of percent health damage. The gold efficiency of Archangels is huge, and allows Ryze to play aggressively around a 20-minute Baron. Although Archangels is better than Liandry's straight up, Liandry's will most likely provide more damage in teamfights than Archangels. The support items are different from one another, but they aren't going to change a teamfight. The most significant difference in this game will come from the AD carries. Ezreal has a Muramana and an Iceborne Gauntlet, whereas Xayah has an Essence Reaver with Static Shiv. Xayah's 3-item core adds an Infinity Edge, which amplifies her damage immensely. Unless her team's coordinated play puts her into good positions on Ezreal, she will have trouble dealing damage at the 2-item threshold around the 20-minute mark that their team is built around. This means Giants should have been more aggressive getting her ahead in the early game so she could have the 3rd item available to force a fight around Baron. If we look at the gold values on the 80 carries at 2 finished items, we see Ezreal's build is 900 less gold, but very close in terms of gold efficiency. After completing Iceborne Gauntlet and Muramana, Ezreal will have 70 attack damage, 1500 mana, 20% CDR, and 65 armor. He will also have up to 134 on-hit damage from Shock and Spellblade. Xayah with an Essence Reaver and Static Shiv gains 70 attack damage, 50% crit, 30% CDR, 35% attack speed, 5% movement speed, and Shiv Lightning. If we ignore the on-hit damage, Spellblade, and Shiv Lightning, Ezreal's build is more gold efficient and worth about the same in total gold. However, Xayah's build is more volatile and has a higher ceiling because Shiv Lightning can crit. If Xayah is able to crit Ezreal with Shiv Lightning in a teamfight, there is a chance Giants can win from a deficit, but even if they get through the Ezreal, they would still need to kill 4 more tanks with large health pools and no percent health damage. Ezreal's build is more reliable and consistent, and is also easier to play around. Blue Ezreal is notorious because of how annoying it is to play against as a tank. Although Xayah's kit is also difficult to deal with, she does less damage to tanks until she finishes Infinity Edge and an Armor Pen item. If tanks are able to build Randuins before she gets to 4 items, the chances of Giants mounting a comeback plummets until Ryze gets to 6 items. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.